Hello, my name's Chris, this is Blue Kraken Gaming, and welcome back to Satisfactory, where if you are enjoying the series, I would ask that you please consider leaving a like, a comment, or a subscription. Any or all help the channel grow, and they help get it out in front of other people, so thank you very much to those of you that do that. Now, in our last episode, we were down there working on our plastic, and you'll notice we've got a lot more fuel generators than we had before. And the reason for this is the layout I'm going to use for the fuel generators is exactly the same layout that we have over in our plastic and rubber facility all the way over there, where we're making power as a byproduct. So it's exactly the same layout, so it's just 5 rows of 10. I didn't think this would be particularly interesting to either watch or time-lapse, so I hope you don't mind, but I did just do it off camera. The only slight difference is I've put all these valves all over the place to try and stop some of the backflow, to try and smooth out basically the flow of fuel. And also to really cram it full and make sure everything was running at peak efficiency. I did actually run a second line in, so I joined another one here just to flush and like overflow the manifold. So I'm going to do that as I do all the other floors, which you can see I've started putting up there. And yeah, I'm going to try and do this sort of off camera as we go in various bits and pieces, purely because I don't think this is going to be particularly interesting to, like I say, watch or time lapse. But I'll bring you back and I'll show you how many floors we've got. But we are now at the point where our power generation and capacity is above our maximum consumption. So I am happy again, which is good. But what I want to get on with today is we're going to need to find out a way to deal with all of the, or not deal with, we need to get the plastic we're producing over here back into the Nexus, because we're not producing enough plastic. We are going to need to make sure that we start emptying this byproduct and not leave it just down here, because at the moment it's just flooding into these two containers here. So we're going to need to try and get that all sorted and tidied up, and you know, I don't like the fact that's kind of an arrowhead instead of being dead straight. So we're going to do a bit of tidying there, but to do that I'm not going to use drones to ship it. I am going to use a train. And I can also part of the reason for that is I can use the train to bring in the resources I need to make all the fuel generators while this is all still going forwards. So how we're going to get the train over here is going to be an interesting challenge. And that is what I'm going to be bringing you along with today, because I want to kind of get it over here, and it's going to have to come... I don't know whether I bring it off of one of these spines, because I don't want it to be too close to the motor factory, but also I want to, instead of having a T-junction, I want to treat it more like a motorway slip road, so the train doesn't have to lock up a junction. It just kind of peels off and then ducks under and comes over here. So that's kind of what we're going to do. I'm going to need to head back to base and get some resources, so I'm going to make a cut for you now, but that's what we're going to be working on today and trying to figure out that problem. So yeah, like I say, I'm going to make that cut. I'm going to head back to base. I'm going to get resources for the train station and the train materials, and I will catch you guys in a moment. Okay, so here we are. We're back, and this is where I'm now going to try and figure out, because I don't have a plan for this, how I'm going to do this, because I mean, this junction's pretty... I kind of want to come off here, but this junction's way, I think, too close. So it's like, do we try and peel it off further back and just run it underneath for a bit? And that is something I'm considering, because we could do that. Just run it in parallel and then drop it down. Okay, alright, let's start playing and see what we can do. So if we bring this, I don't know, out like this, no, that's too, like that, and we run it parallel, because that would work. And then we can cut away on here and go to where are we? Where's the double ramps? There we go. Do a double ramp 2. I mean, that's going to be a very gentle drop. Which we could do. Let's keep cutting away there. Oh, okay. Apparently Okay. Because I want to make sure we've got enough clearance to get a train under, which that would do. Which then means we can start going out like this. And I'm aware that's going across the top of the old roadway, and we could use the old roadway, but I mean, I think I just want to get what I've got working, and then I can peel anything else away if I need to. Okay, so then we bring that down here. We can go off in that direction. Like that. Okay, right, let's try and bring some track down here and see how that looks. You know, I kind of don't mind bringing this, peeling it off like that and then dropping it down. That is kind of doing exactly what I wanted it to. Right, and then you're just genuinely going to come all the way down here. And then go like this. Okay, so then you're going to start dipping. So we need to deal with that. Okay, that's fine. Yep. Okay, right. Come on. Right, we'll do that. Right, and then we need to bring this back. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3. Which then means we go 1, 2, 3, which should bring you here. Beautiful. So we can fill that in. And you can make that look a bit nicer later, but actually, let's do that now, because, you know, I'm just in one of those moods today. Right, so we want the inverted corner. Cool, so that looks good there. We can probably do the same on this one. Yeah, I mean, I could try and, because we started playing with curves, I could try and play with curves, but I'm not going to. Right, and then you're coming out to here. Just so you know, get that going. Okay, fine. So now we've got that going. Now we need to join it on the other side. So I think I'm going to come at it from this side now. So again, I'm going to want it going parallel, aren't we? Yeah, let's do it all the way out to this one. Okay. And then you are going to want to do this as well. That's not central, which is the shame. Right, okay. Let's do it this way round. So let's send you off like that. And then can you do that? You can. Okay, just gotta wait for that train to get out of the way. So you can do that as a join. Okay, that's fine. And then we can bring you all the way back here. Get rid of that. Cool. And then we were using the double ramp 2. Cool. Okay. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring you out just so we know where we're aiming to. I mean, that's kind of perfect. That was a lucky guess. Right, and then we're going to do you out to here. You out to here. And then, yeah, this has actually worked out much nicer than I thought it was going to. Right, you're going to come down like that. So we'll just give you a little hook. Right, we'll do you to halfway there. And then we'll do that as well, just to give you a nice little... Yeah. Cool. Right. And then there's your curve, so you're going to go to here. Which means you should be able to come to... here. I'm actually going to leave that one like that. Because yeah, that's an adjoining one. And then we'll do that for the inside bit there. Okay. Cool. And now it should just be a case of running this all the way out, and then we've got to figure out what we're going to do at the other end. Okay. So, this is going to be a bit of a time lapse for you guys because I'm just going to run it all out. So, enjoy. Okay, so I'm going to end the time lapse here because I want to start trying to turn this and bring it in line with here. So, I mean, I'm going to... Yeah, I thought that'd be too far. Okay, so we're going to need to try and do... what do I want? I need... There we go, one of these. Right, and then... why are you... Why are you trying to do... Oh, I see, there you go. Right. There we go. I'm going to need to try and do that. Okay. Okay, so I'm just trying to do these as gentle a curve as I can. Right, that looks like it's lined up. Okay, then we can take these out. And we can continue on for a little bit. Okay, because what I want to do is I want to head over to where we've got this plastic bit here. And then we're going to need to lay down a train station. Yeah, okay. Ooh, blimey, that was lucky. Yeah, okay, so we're still going to want to go out that way a bit. Now we're over here. And then... I think this is where we're going to start giving us a bit of space. And I'm laying down way too much. No two ways around it, because I just want to give myself plenty of room to work with. Right, okay, so let's start with the train station. Okay. So, if you're going to be here, I'm going to want you in the middle like that. Yeah, that's not going to work, is it? It's just like completely blocking off the 2-lane I've got. Okay. So that means we're just going to have to bring this out. And that's just going to have to sweep along there. And that's fine. We'll do the freight platforms. I don't need 5 when the actual train is done. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we might redo this bit when we get round to doing like finalising it. But I'm going to want 5 partly because the resources I'm going to be bringing in for the fuel generators cannot remember which position they're in, which is why I'm going to want a bit more space to deal with that. Right, okay. So let's give us a bit of a turning circle. So we then want the railway. And there's our 3. Okay, so we need to bring one more out. So that's what, 1, 2, 3. So that should be here. Okay. And then we can do that. And what we effectively want to try and do is, right, you're going to be on this line, so we want to bring it to like here. Okay, let's start a fresh railway because you are going to need to be on this bit here. Cool, that's going to hook up to there. And that's going to hook up here. Okay. Right. So now we need to run this back. But now I need to get it around this curve. There. Cool. Okay, well that one went round nicely. Right, and then where does your curve start? Your curve starts here. Let's try and bring you round. I know, it sort of looks like that. Yeah, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to set this going straight. And then we'll hook you in there. So then at least it's straight for the main bit. Right, okay. So I'm not going to time-lapse this bit out because this is just going to be running backwards and forwards and being a bit faffy. So I'm going to cut it out. And I will see you guys when these lines are connected. And then we're going to start playing with signals. Okay, right. So there we are. That is all laid out. Which is great. All hooked up. Got power. I mean, it's a long bridge. We're going to need to... At some point, we're just going to need... I don't know. I feel like some of the aesthetics and like the floating bridges are getting so far out of... Or so far behind now, it's almost not worth doing. Right, so this is going to be Spire Coast Power. Because that is where we are. Spire Coast Power. There we go. Cool. So, what I can then do is we've then got our train. And 5 cars. Not that we need 5. There we go. And this will be the Spire Coast line. Okay. And what I'm going to do before we get started is, you know, we're going to play with some aesthetics. So, these are making plastic. So I feel like we're going to make, yeah, the train a plasticky colour. Cool. Alright, that's that done. Now let's drive this back. Although actually, no. That's why we're starting at this end. I'm going to want to... I'm missing circuit boards. When did I run out of circuit boards? Oh, wow, okay. Because we're going to need those. Alright. Sure. Now, this is a very simple on-off because it doesn't let this train decide which direction it... Hang on, there's a wobble. Is there a wobble? Yeah, there's a wobble there. Is there? I don't know. I'm struggling to tell. Yeah, there's definitely a wobble there. Definitely a wobble. Let's go and fix that before it bothers me. Right. So you should be smack bang in the middle of this. Yeah. Nope. I'm going to cut you there. Right. You should still be smack bang in the middle of this. And that's not. That looks like it's shifted slightly. How did they crash? Okay, we're going to have to go and sort that out. Yeah, it looks like it's just ever so slightly tweaked. I'm hoping I've not done that with this one as well. Yeah, because that looks okay, so... That has. I've done it. How? What? I don't get how one is dead straight and the other's really not. I'm going to have to decide if I want to fix that myself in my own time, because I'm not going to make you sit and watch me do that again. But I genuinely thought I had that all straightened, or, forgive the pun, straightened out. Okay. Oh wow, okay. Where did they have a crash? Because that looks like it stopped the entire rail network. Okay, right. I'm going to make another cut, and we're going to find out what happened there. Oh, I saw a flasher red, so that's somewhere up there. Okay, alright, I will see you guys in a moment. Okay, so here we are. They've had a crash coming out, but the block signal should be resolving that. Now, someone made a comment that actually these, although block signals kind of work, I should be making them path signals, because then it actually reserves the track instead of, and it just slows it down, and that's what they were originally, and I didn't want to have to do that because it does slow everything down for the pathing signals, but I'm thinking I might need to do that, which is a shame, but you know, if I need to, I need to. There's so let's just do that. Let's change these to path ones at the moment. Can leave that one at the end as a block signal, so that's not an issue. But then yeah, let's just change all these. That will also give me a couple of circuit boards to sort out the other ones. Right. Where have I not replaced it? There you go. Alright. And hopefully that will stop it. I mean, it should, but we'll wait and see. Okay, fine. So, circuit boards we were short on. Which is, yeah, interesting. I'm hoping that's going to start unfreezing everything. Watching these guys float along here. Come on. You going to start going? Why aren't you going? Things are okay again now. Why is this one stopped? Because... oh, because there's a train in that block, isn't there, where we've been mucking around with it. There we go. Yep. Cool. That does that one. And then that will do that one. Cool. That should actually deal with the blocking signals for that train. Cool. Okay, that should start thawing. I say thawing everything out. Getting everything moving again. Okay. So now actually we've got those block signals in place. What we can do is we can actually program our train. So let's come here because you're going to have a few jobs to do before you start getting plastic out. So for a fuel generator we need quick wire, rubber, motors, heavy metal frames. Might need to reconnect that train station then, and computers. Okay. So you will need to go to the motor factory and pick up motors. Logically after that you're probably best off going to Mexico City and picking up load only rubber. We probably then need to go to station 22 and load computers and heavy modular frames, and then Caterium's the other one, isn't it? And then you'll probably want to go there and drop everything off, and then head back to quartz and Caterium. Yeah, Caterium and quartz out, purely because it's just there on the order, and you're going to want to load only Not Caterian wire, is it? It's called quick wire. Quick wire. Save. Save. Turn on. Cool. And then I'm going to ride the rails a little bit, and I'll make sure this loop is working, and I'll also reconnect the heavy modular frames so that they're not just being done via drone, so that this one can actually get itself going as well. But yeah, I mean, that first bit worked beautifully, didn't it? But other than that, thank you all very much for joining me today. Thank you very much to my patrons. Your patronage is very much appreciated. Please don't forget that as patrons you do gain access to the save files for both this and Stranded Deep. Thank you very much to everyone that does likes, comments, subscriptions. They help the channel grow. They help get out in front of other people. It is very much appreciated. And I do still love interacting with you guys in the comments. There are a few regular commenters, which is great. But I would ask that if anyone's like considered and gone, oh, I don't know whether I want to or want to not comment, please do. I love interacting with you, and I do try and answer every comment. Or no, I do answer every comment I see. And that's the caveat I'll put there, because yeah, YouTube does some funny things with with comments and how it hides some. But I do answer every comment I see. But other than that, thank you all very much for joining me today. I hope you have a great day, and I will catch you all next time.